India take on Afghanistan, match number 9 in Delhi, and when it's an India game, the excitement is always multiplied into 100. And Afghanistan coming into the match with not so much confidence. Their last match against Bangladesh didn't go very well. The batting collapsed against the spin attack of Bangladesh. India, of course, coming in through that emphatic win that we had over Australia, thanks to the king himself and KL Rahul. So India will be in a good position. We'll have a look at India's squad whenever it's ready. But again, that whole question mark of Shubman, I think he's ruled out for tomorrow. So it's an obvious choice. Do you all see Ishan coming in to open?
For me, Ishan has to, because what India did, one of the reasons they kept that was there was one other option, that you get Rahul into bat there, and then you shift down the order and you make sure Suryakumar Yadav comes in. But what would have then happened is everyone would have been playing one position out of place. And I think what was the important thing for India is that they had a plan. They want the continuity in the plan. How do you make continuity in the plan? You make just one change. So one player goes out, you swap that player, no other position changes. And I think what India is looking for is to play with continuity. The question there is, are they going to play in this pitch? Are they going to play 3 spinners? Is it the same lineup? Does Shardul get a chance because it's a smallish ground? That is perhaps the one question that you would ask yourself.
Yeah, I mean, that's something which obviously the Indian team, which has shown in last year or so or last 6 months, is consistency of a player and the decisiveness of what kind of squad they want to go with, what kind of 11 they want to go with. I mean, one is the opener, they were sure about their opener, they were sure about their number 5, 6, whether, the replacement thing. And
a number 4.
And a number 4.
He quietly just didn't say number 4.
And number 8 also. They always wanted someone who can bat at number 8. So I think that surety was seen and they were very vocal about it. So I don't see anyone else opening tomorrow than Ishan Kishan. He got a first ball duck, but that can happen to anyone. He has performed really well. He has taken his opportunities in last 3-4 months wherever he has batted. So I don't see any problem in going with Ishan. Though when you had suggested Rahul, couple of shows back, I had another left field thinking. I was thinking of Virat Kohli and Rohit to open, and then Suryakumar Yadav can come in. But that was just a thought. But
everyone's listening to his thoughts very carefully. I might tell you that, Pakistan did today, and they were successful.
So now the next message, voicemail has to go to.
That is not happening. I don't think that is happening.
No, but do you see Shami coming in instead of Shardul? He's got a hat-trick against Afghanistan last World Cup.
Yeah, he did, but I don't think if India is looking for a third seamer, I don't see Shami coming in. I don't think India has ever given that kind of signal that they want to go with 3 out and out seamers and bat someone like a Kuldeep or Shami or maybe Bumrah bat at number 8. So I don't see that. If India is looking to get a seamer in, then it'll be Shardul for sure. But having said that, I think Ashwin bowled well against Australia, though he got only 1 wicket. And looking at Afghanistan's batting lineup also, they fell to Sri Lanka's finger spinners. True. Right? So I mean, Bangladesh's finger spinners, sorry. So I know that's something probably, India might be thinking maybe a bit of a continuity. I don't know. I mean, that's a tricky one. It all depends on the kind of pitch they see tomorrow. But if there is an option, it'll be Ashwin/Shardul.
All right, let's have a look at Afghanistan squad, and we have a lot to talk about their squad because unfortunately, besides Farooqi, no one really stood out for them in the last match. Their big star player, Rashid Khan, has gone wicketless in 3 games. So, a lot of concerns for Afghanistan. Joyda, where do you see, what kind of 11 do you see them going with?
Look, the only change they could possibly make is if the problem is that they get bowling up front from Mujibur Rahman. So, I mean, their only choice is to get in. See, you cannot replace Rashid because though he's not getting wickets, he's a star player for you. Okay, Mohammad Nabi bats a lot as well, so that you can't replace him. So the only player is if Mujib gives way to Noor Ahmed, but Noor Ahmed is not used to using the ball up front. They use Mujib in, just like Thikshana, they use Mujib in the early overs as well. So that's the one thing. They have a good spinner, Noor Ahmed, but I don't see a way they can move him into the 11. Otherwise, the rest of the team picks itself. It's nobody is sitting on that bench there who's substantially better or can perform better than somebody out here. I mean, it is really important for them that Cricbuzz gets going because I think he is the key for them in terms of the kind of strike rate he can give you, the kind of start he can give you. they need their top 3 to fire, because this is a very top 3 driven team. If they fire, these guys they'll get that 200, 250, because this is not also a 350, 400 team. That's not, they don't have that kind of batting power. But if they get 250, 300 and they're batting first, then they have spinners who might just do better. Having said that, I feel they are better. They're a much better T20 team than they're a one-day team. But they'll have to just do their best.
Parthiv, considering you've been the predictor of the day yesterday, today, day before yesterday, please pick your players for tomorrow.
I like Noor Ahmed a lot. I don't mind seeing Noor Ahmed in place of Mujib and try and get first few overs from Fazal Farooqi and Navinul Haq. So I think if they can do that, then Noor Ahmed can come into play. Rashid can come into play after that. But yeah, I mean, I totally agree with Joyda where he said that they're a very good T20 side. The reason is that a lot of their players play that T20 leagues all across the world, T20s and T10s also. So for them it is important once someone gets start to think of getting 100, not just that 40, 50 or 60. Once you put runs on the board, then you can put side under pressure. I know they'll be due or anything, but if Afghanistan wins the toss, they should be thinking of batting first and then make sure that if they get about 270, 280, then a couple of wickets here and there, and then you can put sides under pressure. I think that should be their game plan going into the game against side like India. But I think it's going to be a difficult game for Afghanistan. We saw 428 being scored against Sri Lanka, and India, there'll be a lot of hungry batters coming in. Rohit Sharma, Ishan Kishan.
So one player each then. Who's it going to be?
Mine is tomorrow, it's Rohit Sharma.
And from Afghanistan?
From Afghanistan, Fazal Farooqi.
All right.
I would have gone with Rohit as well, but since he's chosen somebody, I'm going to go with Shreyas. I think Shreyas is against bowling attacks which are not the greatest. I think Shreyas is a destroyer. He can destroy you, and I think he's definitely a player. And the other side, I'll just go with Nabi because I think he's an extreme experienced veteran and he has a chance of giving you something both with the bat and with the ball. So I'll go with Nabi.